Okay, back straight into Sony. Sony right now is doing things different when it comes to the Sony Spider Verse. So the whole introduction of how they bring it in the characters is basically unorthodox. So y'all seen the how they introduced Venom without actually having to have Spider-Man to give him his powers. So that, they kind of changed. He don't have the spider powers per se. It's just more like the suit. But with him getting his powers straight, Carnage being a straight offspring of Venom. Do y'all think they're going to change his origin story? And if and what suit? I mean, how do y'all think that Carnage is gonna get his suit? Do you think it's like one of those things where they're gonna stick to the storyline, or it's gonna be some type of experimentation that they go with? Matter of fact, Savage, which way would you like for them to go? Because they can't go comic accurate right now because they're strayed so far away. What would be the best way to kind of what you think would be closest to bringing it back to comic book accurate?
Well, really, they left a hole in the movie. After I watched Venom a couple of times, they left a hole in the movie. You remember the first symbiote?
Yeah.
The very first one that got away, they didn't find that one.
So that wasn't when they got onto the little girl that was on the old woman, then got on the little girl or something, and then hopped to old boy. I thought that was the first symbiote.
Now, two symbiotes got loose. One.
I seen the movie. I think maybe once.
I watched it because I watched it a couple times, and one of them, it was one that got away.
Right.
But yeah, they already done messed up their storyline anyway because of the fact of
You said like
the symbiotes that was in the movie, actually Carnage children.
And on that they trying to make it like they his elders, right?
Yeah, and the ones that was in the movie, them Venom grandkids.
Hold on, Brandon. How is the symbiotes that was supposed to be more older, or what I'm saying, in the movie? How is they in the comics? How is that they kids? His kids.
They messed up and they ain't go by the story.
They ain't go by the story in the comic book. All right. Carnage came from Venom, right?
Yeah, Carnage. I know that it was like
Carnage came from Venom. All right. All the ones that was in the movie came from Carnage.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Carnage, Carnage went and tried to kill all of them off, and Venom took pieces of all of them and stuck them together and made one. And then that's how they came up with Hybrid.
Right.
That's why the first time I saw that movie, I was like, man, they done destroyed this story.
Hey, then they did it bluntly too, didn't it?
Give it to Sony.
Yeah, and for me personally, I thought it could have been so simple. They could have seen how the past Spider-Man's was, and Venom getting his suit. They could have had the whole rocket test and the whole that malfunction. They could have had it they could, like you say, kind of skip the part where Spider-Man had the suit, but kind of show if this is the reason why he the suit, he ended up with the suit because he was trying to investigate something like Spider-Man, but he didn't have to say Spider-Man, but he could have been looking at webs and stuff and trying to they could have did it like that, and then all of a sudden he get close to what Spider-Man was because he's trying to say that this mad vigilante that's a villain that he's trying to catch. He ain't really got to go with names. People are like, oh, he must be talking about Spider-Man. That'd have been cool by him not saying it, which he could say because Spider-Man is in Sonyverse, which they could have did all of it right from the get-go. But anyway though. So what about you, Chaos? What you think about this?
The only thing they did right was the fact they didn't do that stupid thing about they created the symbiotes in the lab, because all the people who've been following this in the comics, we all know the symbiotes came from their own planet.
Right. Yeah, that part was a good thing that they didn't do because I was really thinking when I was watching the previews that they was gonna go with this was a laboratory experiment because you know how they had people in these in a prison like they was doing lab experiments too. So I was like, oh, they're gonna go that route, but you right, they didn't. So
I mean, so they left potential that they I mean there's a lot of potential they left open with that movie. At first I hated it. I'm gonna keep it real. At first I hated that movie. Then after I watched it, they messed it up, but they left some gaps to where they can bring in other stuff like why the symbiotes even exist.
right. They could bring that, at least say something like that.
And they can tie that into with the Avengers movie, Infinity War.
Yeah. And
Now the reason why I say that, you remember when they was in Infinity War and they was in that the head of that Celestial?
when it was Infinity War head of the Celestial.
Yeah, when they was basically they was sitting in something. They was in a head in outer space. They was sitting in a head, but that was the head of a Celestial. That Celestial head is where the symbiote was born.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, he talking about nowhere.
Nowhere, yeah, that's well.
Called nowhere. Some crazy
Yeah,
stuff like that.
that's nowhere.
Some crazy stuff. Yeah. That celestial is
because all the Celestials came after Null the Conqueror.
I forgot what celestial that was. That's whatchamacallit.
That's the one Null chopped his head off.
I think so. Because a lot of them celestials, they was that big.
Null chopped his head off and lived in his head and created the symbiote to create an army. And once the symbiote found out what Null was doing, they made a planet and trapped him in the core. The symbiotes ain't even supposed to be evil.
Hold on, so that's what they did. Peter Quill did. Peter Quill that and on what you call it, right?
That might have been the Guardians of the Galaxy. They was in there.
Guardians of the Galaxy too. Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, you talking about Ego, the living planet? That's who.
No. They was in the one.
No, when he said Guardians of the Galaxy, because whatchamacallit the Celestial, which was weird. I didn't like how they kill him. I'm like how they kill Ego, because that's who that was.
Yeah.
Will Father, that's who that was. I'm like that's corny because they
changed it. They changed it in the movie.
They changed too much, man.
He wasn't a Celestial. He was the Eternal.
What?
Yeah, go back and watch.
I'm gonna leave that alone. Yeah, because that didn't make no sense why they did that. Because him and Galacticus was the one that was going at it. People don't know in the comic book. Like only cat that he was really scared of that was able to whoop his behind like that was Galactus. Because Galactus like to feed off of him because he was a planet.
Galactus was trying to eat him, and he was
I'm saying, but okay.
Yeah. So what you think, Flip? How you think Carnage is gonna get his suit in Venom 2?
How Carnage gonna beat him up. Carnage gonna be the symbiote that escaped. That's what Carnage.
You don't think he'll come from Venom?
Nah.
I really think he already gonna have it.
Yeah, I think he's already there. He the boy.
I think they're gonna get
He's the one that gotta escape.
I think
exactly who
I agree.
I really think that's how they're gonna start the movie off. Him breaking out of jail with the damn suit on.
Yup. So when he escaped somehow he gonna get to whatchamacallit, and bam, they go Carnage. They're not even going to say he was part of
Cause you remember at the end of Venom movie when that's what he said. I'm gonna get out of here soon, and it's gonna be Carnage.
Yeah.
That's what he said at the end of the movie.
So he already knew he had the suit. I mean, so he had the suit already.
That's how I feel. I think he already got it. Now, I'm not saying that's what it is. That's my personal opinion.
I mean, that's a good angle of looking at it. Like I was hearing a lot of different angles about movies. You know, it's quarantining time, so I've been hearing a lot of different theories and angles. So that's one of the ones that could be put in the top conspiracy theories of Marvel characters that's going around right now.
Because this the whole thing. Even if I'm wrong about one of them getting away, who said it didn't already let off an offspring? Because the one that was traveling from people to people, that's how they when they get a hold, that's when they start having their offspring. So Carnage could have came off Venom once he got to the United States, and nobody even knew. Like they could play it like that. Like, they really don't have to explain where Carnage came from.
I mean, yeah, if they seen the first that way too.
If they seen the first movie, they could say Carnage got away. He came from the planet with the rest of them, or they could play it from the comic book and say it came off Venom without nobody even knowing it in the first movie. And they could just like show it where it happened, and it was be something that wasn't in the first movie.
Okay, yeah, almost like a bank look from the old movie from a different angle.
Like something real simple, like not no whole backstory. It just, boom, this how it happened. While it was traveling from this place to that place, this part jumped off and ended up with Woody Harrison and he's doing crazy shit, in Carnage. I mean, Venom went the other way.
Right. So what about this here? If further explain the color, if it's like, because all of them was black.
No, it wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah, I know they wasn't supposed to be, but in the movie,
really wasn't. They really wasn't. All of them wasn't black, because the female one was yellow and blue, but everybody that one possessed, it killed, and remember dude got mad because they let it die.
Right.
Yeah. All of them wasn't black.
Or did it die?
Huh?
Or did it die?
It died in that little thing. In that test tube thing they had it in.
I was wondering. I don't know. I'm thinking like they might play that off. Oh no, they thought it. They can slip in. They can say shit. They can say that was Carnage and we thought it was dead, and it didn't. It was, it was playing possum.
Well, the other one died inside the other dude. One of them died inside of somebody. Like,
it's been interesting to see how they're gonna play this out.
I mean, yeah, hopefully from the previews of Morpheus that they actually put actually real thought and effort into their properties that's over there with the Spider the Venomverse, I guess we would call it.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Sony ain't just making these movies on their own now.
Nope.
So who got their hand in the cookie jar?
Sony don't exclusively own these characters no more.
Yeah. So who got their hand in the cookie jar?
Yeah.
Marvel got their hand in the cookie jar.
Well, so Marvel got their hand back into the Sony properties, not just Spider-Man?
I don't know if they got Spider. I don't know how long it lasted with Spider-Man, but it's
about like in the movies, right? Yeah, because I heard Kevin Feige, because I don't know the details, me personally, about the deal and the trade with the Sony and the Marvel with Disney, but I heard there's something about that Marvel gonna actually have their hands into the Sony properties that's Marvel of making other movies, that giving them the permission to use names and references and being able to say we're gonna put, let's say maybe have a character like Blade that's a Marvel character appear inside of a Sony to make sure that the braid is completely braided up so it all be intertwined together. But it might not be so. But that's what I was saying about it too.
I mean, that actually worked out for both companies. To be honest, it really would, because that's gonna generate money for both companies. Because them movies hot right now, and if they actually team up, they'll actually make more money. And Sony can't say that ain't true, because
there's the first Spider-Man hit a billion.
Spider-Man just kept them afloat.
Right, and that's the first movie hit a billion.
And with that, that's how they lost the complete rights to all them characters. You think Kevin Feige bailed them out of that situation for nothing? Really? Sony was going bankrupt again.
Mm-hmm. I think it was also Tom. What's the young boy name that played on Spider-Man?
Tom Holland, I think.
Yeah, they said he played a major part of it.
So
yeah,
he played
a major part. He's not signed to Sony.
He went to Sony, and we went to Kevin Feige and be like, yo, listen, hollered at him. It's like, yo, and Kevin Feige hopped on the mic. He hopped on the mic and stuff, and was like, yo,
let's do it for the kid, huh?
No, basically, he was more or less like this. Either y'all can get with the program, or we gonna take y'all Spider-Man.
For Sony to keep Spider-Man, that movie had to be doing good. Had to be doing good. If it's not doing good, like say this Spider-Man flop, the next Spider-Man flop, because we're gonna keep it real. The last movie Spider-Man that's coming, that's still part of that contract of how many Spider-Man movies they supposed to do. That's supposed to be in the MCU. If they would have just said forget it, cause it just went away, walked away from that contract, Disney can sue them for that, for breach of contract. But even then, hold on, I'm getting confused where I'm at. Oh, I'm playing the game. But even then, if the movie just sit up there and just flop and it don't do good or whatever, because when people go see a Spider-Man movie and it's not in the MCU, nah, that's not gonna happen. They got Sony by the balls. I'm sorry, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna be good for them.
I mean, you still watch an MCU movie without Spider-Man, no biggie. But you're not gonna go watch a Spider-Man movie now that's not in the MCU.
So that's why, and you know what? And that's how Disney played it. Because now that Kevin Feige in the position and have the authority, you know, since he been promoted over all the movies that had something to do with this and this and this and this, even Star Wars now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got that say so. So if you want to sit up there and play stupid, like, you know, blah, 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 whatever, okay, he can say, all right, to hell with it. All right, we're going to keep on pushing out the same movie, which we have been scheduling and planned, and we leave you right there by yourself. And that Spider-Man movie, it ain't going to make no money or whatever. What's going to happen? If that movie don't make no money and they sit there a couple years, no matter how many times they try to make a movie and it's still not part of the MCU and they still don't make no movie and it flop, that movie gonna go, that automatically Spider-Man character is going right back to Disney. So what this ever say, either get with the program or give me my shit.
Oh yeah, or get stomped on them. Hey, say Chaos. So how you feel that Carnage is going to get his suit in Venom 2?
Either he's gonna already have it, or they're gonna pull one of those, you know, this is how we got it. You're just gonna have to accept it, type of things.
Like, I think you already got it.
Yeah, because it's gotta be one of those two. I can't say that I can't see it any other way. I'm just saying what's most likely gonna be it. Is going to pull like, oh, we're going to do this and you're going to accept it. If you don't like it, too bad. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's possible.
They don't have much time.
But, I don't know, like, this whole movie kind of got me in the mix. Because, like, depending on how they do this movie, I feel like we would once we see this movie, we'll kind of see we'll know what this franchise is going to do in the future. But like at the same time, it's like it feels like one of those like if it does good, then we'll see what this is going to be like in the future because it's already been in the movie. But if it does terrible, then they can just cut the line on it and act like it don't exist.